The Shitty Chronicles of the Echoing Toilets.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to PT3600. My name is Ryan E. Moore. Joining me is...
Ashton_Stom.
And also a returning guest.
J-Mo.
Is that what you're going by?
Right?
J-Mo.
All right. Stick with what you
All
got.
right, I have some names
Now
for
you gotta see if you can get that Twitter handle.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do it before this podcast gets out.
I got
'cause-
the handles.
Watch out for
Okay.
toxic followers. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you some other names.
Yeah.
No, they can.
Anyway,
I'll show them my handles.
I'm sure they would mind. Anyway, so let's. This is PT3600. This is a show, the official PT Primal Target podcast, where we take one random topic and we talk about it for 3,600 seconds, which equals out to 1 hour. This episode is a stinky one. Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
Oh, dude.
But
I'm smelling what you're stepping in.
yeah. We are going to be talking about poop. Yes, every children's comedic relief, poop. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through and we're going to just talk about stories that involve either a bathroom of some sort, from stories from some people that we know, or from personal experiences. So, you want me to start it off? Because you guys have like the
Yes.
I only got
Yeah,
one
you
story.
You go.
I can outnumber you guys,
Yes.
so I'll go last.
got three.
I think what we should do is, like, after mine, we'll go to Jamison, and then we'll go to Ashton. After your first one, we'll then go back to Jamison.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And then we'll just have you finish it out. So this one involves my my uncle, and he was going snowboarding one time when he was like 20s, and it was like a ski trip or whatever, and so he had to go to the bathroom, and so he was like, oh man, and if you've ever gone snowboarding or skiing, you got a lot of stuff on, so he's like unbuckling as he's running, and he's like, he's sitting on a cigar right now, and so he really got to go, goes into the bathroom, kicks the stall open, and all of a sudden you hear this kung, and all he sees are these feet that just stick out from the stall, and he stands there for a second, and he goes, and he leaves. And to this day, he goes, "Yep, I don't know what happened to him, but where I left him was him just sitting there in the stall." And I'm like, "What was that guy
Oh my
doing?"
God.
He must have been done, and he was like, "Oh, I'm finished. Got to go about my day." Standing up, and then all of a sudden the door slams open, knocks this guy down, and like he's just feet up in the air. But that was like one of the funniest stories I've ever heard.
Oh, my God. That's great.
But that's the only one I got. So, because I honestly can't even think of something like that. I mean, it's I don't have the good luck card, if you will, maybe even if you want to call it that, of these stories. So Jamison, why don't you kick us off with one of your stories, and then we'll go to Ashton after.
Okay,
that.
so I'll go from less funny to like hilarious.
Okay.
So, this was just recent, probably about 2 weeks ago, when I was in Disneyland, and so I had reservations with some family at a restaurant that has been there for maybe a few months.
Okay.
And I had gotten food poisoning.
Mm.
And so the next day, I had to stay at the hotel room the whole day. I was throwing up. I felt like this topic.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Things were coming out of both ends.
Oh, yeah. And so I started to feel better later on that night. And so the next day, we were waiting in line for Indiana Jones. And out of nowhere, I had to shit. Like,
Good thing it wasn't on the ride, because Indiana Jones ride is like the like rocking back and forth and whatnot. But anyway, go ahead.
and so we were like mid-line.
Okay.
So I had to run through so many people.
Did you make it inside the show building, or were you still on the outside of the show building?
I was inside. Like, I
Okay,
was
so
like,
this is
I
a
was-
lot of people
I
now.
was really far in the line.
Yeah.
And so as soon as I got to the bathroom, I just I sat down. I
was
sat
like,
down.
oh no, you made it all the way.
I sat down, and like
Great.
things
Graphically,
things
really
just started
putting it in
coming
there.
out of me.
Okay.
And then I hear this guy maybe 3 stalls down, and he just screamed.
From his own experience.
Yeah, I don't know why.
How bad a poop do you have to do when you just start screaming at the
Oh
top
my
of your
No,
lungs?
he just screamed and he's like, "Fuck!" And so this guy that was outside of the stall waiting to go to the bathroom, he's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up! There are kids in here." And the guy just stayed silent.
Is
then
that guy
af-
shitting knives?
Well,
Like-
after a few seconds, you hear like a little poop, like a
little poop, little poop coming out.
like a little, like from his stall, you can hear.
Yeah, a little twit.
Oh no. Like a little poop coming out from his stall. And then I just try to hurry up and get out of there before a war starts going on in there. People start throwing poop at each other in there. And so, yeah, I just got out of there, and I felt pretty good after that. But
You were empty. You came out of there with a story. It was a pretty good time.
it was a great time.
All right, there you
I
go.
caught some Pokemon after that. It was a great day, Jenny.
Alrighty.
All right, let's hear one of
Well-
your stories, Ashton.
I'm gonna start with a little backstory of my family. We are very open.
Like
What?
like open wide, or
Like we don't give a shit. We don't hide.
Okay.
How we
Okay.
are and,
Got
and
it.
whatnot. Like
Okay.
we don't care. That pretty much started with my dad. He growing up, he would shit with the door open.
I know one of these experiences that happened.
what? Okay, that's your story then.
I don't know. He might say it, so unless you want me to say
and he thought it was fucking hilarious.
it. It is pretty funny.
And my mom would constantly yell at him because his shit stinks, dude. Like, and it's bad. No, he's not. No, he's not overly loud about it. Like, he'll sit down, he'll start with gas. Like, there's a little build up to his shits. So,
Like the
A little
mom-
pre-war before the actual
Yeah.
festivities get
you
underway.
hear the bomb dropping, but it hasn't dropped yet.
yes. So the hatch is open.
You
So
hear the thunder before you see the
my
lightning.
dad would never care. Like, he'll eat while he's taking a shit.
Oh my!
Like, the worst thing is, like,
Eating
he'll
some
do
hot fudge.
He'll do it when there's company over too. Like, my uncle was over, which is my mom's brother.
Oh,
And they're pretty much best friends, so like it's whatever. And he walks by and he's like, "Hey, where you at?" And he's like, "Look to your left." And, like, you just sees my dad sitting there eating like peach yogurt on the. And then all of a sudden you hear, and he's like, ugh, and he's like, just fucking like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? And he just slams the door.
it's the visual of the fact he was eating peach yogurt.
How'd you know what yogurt it was? Did you stop and stare?
Were you there?
It was pretty normal for me, so yes, I was there.
Oh god.
And I was just on the floor laughing. That's hilarious.
Because I was in a Skype chat with you and Nathan, your brother, and all of a sudden, he was like getting called out into the hallway by somebody, and I was like, "Oh, dude, I heard someone call for your name," and he's like, "Really?" And he goes, "I didn't hear anything." I'm like, "No, I heard some. Like, I thought I legitimately heard someone say his name." So he's like, all right, cool." And he walks out, and he's like, "Hey, did anyone call for?" And then it's just silent for like a couple of seconds, and he comes back. He's like, "Well, guys, I saw my dad taking a shit." And then I was like, "What?"
Yep.
And he's like, "Yep, door wide open," and I had a full-on conversation with him, and I came back here.
I'm telling you, it's pretty normal in our house, man.
I was like, "What is happening?" All right, anyway, is that the end of that?
That's
story?
the end of that story.
Okay.
Yep.
Jamison, take us away with another one.
I have some. Wait, what was one I was thinking of?
Well, then you have your pack story.
Yeah. Okay, I'll just remember the other one.
Okay.
So we were all at PAX 2016.
17.
I think this was last year because this was first year.
Yeah.
He was
Okay, so it was 17, and we were all at BYOC, and I had shit. I had to go.
You did.
I had to go boo
about
boo.
it.
You gotta make boom boom.
Yeah, I had to go boom boom. And so I go into the bathroom. This is similar to my last story, but
Which is crazy how it is, but
I'm in the stall, and probably about all the way across down the bathroom, I hear this guy fart so loud, and he screams at his ass, saying no back talk. And I bursted out laughing. And it was a full bathroom, so I didn't care if people heard me laughing. But that was great. That was hilarious.
yeah, he comes back and he's like, "Dude, there's something happened in the bathroom," and I'm like, "What?"
That was pretty good. Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right.
So I'm going to
What
go
about you,
through two bathroom stories that I had while I was working at Xerox.
Okay. We'll go with both of them because I think Jameson's got one more.
I got two.
You got two more. Okay.
Okay. So I'll start off with one. So typically at Xerox, so we have a food truck usually outside our work, like every day.
Mm-hmm.
And bunch of, it's a starter job, entry level. You're doing customer care over the phone. So you see all types of people there, usually like big, fat, lazy people.
As
And-
one typically sees.
Yes. And, guy's bathroom, stereotypically kind of louder than the women's bathroom. And, that held to its true colors here at Xerox. Every time I went in there, usually it's pretty packed. And all you hear is just fucking farts, like constant. Like people are playing battle shits in the bathroom. Like it is
D4
insane.
miss.
And I was like, dude, no one's gonna believe me that it's like how intense this actually is. So I took out my phone while I was taking a shit.
Do you have a video?
I don't.
Oh.
I ended up losing it when I got a new phone.
Oh, sad panda.
So I did a voice memo. And,
Yeah.
I added my own noise to it, of course.
Yeah,
But,
dude.
like-
you had to, participate in the
Yes.
action,
And there's there's about 5 stalls in there, and it's like going to an IMAX, sitting in the center row, and then just fucking playing bathroom noises. Like, it was surround sound ass.
It was like
like
it was like the THX thing if it was
Yes.
just fart noises.
like it was it was insane. Like we had some squeakers in there,
Yeah, okay, got it.
and then we had some cheek flappers in there too. Like there was some big boys packing some force. Like
Like they packing heat.
oh my god, you would
I'm
not
sure there was
believe,
it was very hot in there.
oh my god, I couldn't keep up at this point. Like you guys know, I'm known for like
Yeah,
farting
you'll
a
just
lot,
do it. You'll just do it. Yeah.
and it's loud.
Yeah, you normally
It
Um,
stinks.
it does.
It stinks.
Don't think I didn't notice when you did it in the car. I was playing it off, but you did drop a bomb in my car the other day.
Yes, I did.
And you made no reference to the
I
fact that
dropped
you
the
did
bomb in your car today.
it. Yeah, no, but he did it, and he didn't even say anything. We were just driving. All of a sudden, he does it, and I'm like, "What the? What the? Oh my god!" And like in my mind, I'm like, "Is he gonna say anything?" He's not gonna say anything, and I was like, I was trying not, and I'm like, we're almost gonna park. I'm gonna leave the car, and thank God I have an air freshener in here. Like, anyway, go ahead. So you had battle shits going on.
And I I end up getting all of it, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm done shitting. I get up, go start washing my hands, and then I just hear, oh no. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I turn around, and this beast of a man.
Oh my god.
He's like trying to get out of the stall as quick as he can. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in there? He's like, shit's gonna come back and bite him or what? Like, and he clogged the toilet.
Oh my god.
Starting to flood. So and he was one of the cheek flappers. He had some diarrhea.
How heavy is this guy?
This guy was like 300 pounds.
Oh my god.
And he sounded like he had some diarrhea, but like, so as it was flooding, it was just brown water. And then all of a sudden, like, it was, I don't know, they had some
Tsunami
high flow
warning.
toilets or something, because this shit was flooding fast.
Oh no.
Like, all of a sudden, I hear, and I'm like, that doesn't sound right. And like, you just see a log flop on the floor. I'm like, oh god! And like, everyone's like screaming. Everyone's like yelling in the bathroom. They're trying to pull up their pants and get out of the stall.
Yeah.
They're like stepping in shit water. And they're like, dude, what the fuck? Oh my god! So that bathroom was closed for 2 days. And oh my god, that was by far
That's
like the
nastiest thing.
craziest shit I have ever seen. Like, it starts off with just it was so violent, like attack of the toilet. Like, it was insane.
Revenge of the shit.
Yeah, revenge of the shit. The fucker was fighting back. I tell you that.
Oh,
Fast
no.
forward 2 months.
Oh god.
The next story happens.
Dun dun dun.
Weirdly, the bathroom is empty
Oh.
except for one stall. I'm like, well, I want the big stall.
Isn't that for the handicapped people?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck
You're an
it.
asshole.
There was no one else there. We
No,
don't have
I
any
know, I'm
handicapped
just
people
joking.
where we work, so.
Yeah, no, I'm joking.
It's like 4 people in wheelchairs just start
Have you seen that Key and Peele?
Dude, what the
Have you-
fuck?
have you seen-
I have.
Wait, have you seen the thing where the guy that happens? The guy just starts walking out. He's steering. He's like,
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing. Where it was just a sketch, and the guy goes, the only one that's open is the handicap stall, so he goes and he sits down, and then there's a wheelchair rolls up. And so he has to think on his feet. He's like, what do I do? Like, so then he walks out and he's like, and then the guy in the wheelchair is like, all right. But anyway, okay.
So
One
I take
stall
the
open. You
stall.
take the big stall.
he's the person next to me is like a stall. There's a stall between us.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the only person in the stall in the bathroom right now.
buddies.
So I'm taking a shit and playing on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell what he's doing in there. Like, there's some movement, some rustling in there.
Some
like,
jostling.
I'm like, okay, let me hurry the fuck up and get out of here. This is weird.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, I guess he didn't hear that I was in there or something. Maybe his
Oh,
headphones were in.
Oh no!
And it was, yeah, it was very interesting. He was like, oh yeah. I'm like,
You should have just went, oh, dude.
well, like, I was like, okay, maybe he's dropping something pretty good then. Whatever, normal. And he was like, tell me you love me. I'm like, what the fuck? What is happening?
You're telling your shit to
And
love
I'm
me.
like,
then-
okay. And I start like wiping my ass, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here. Like,
Yeah.
pinch off early. And that's
We gotta pull out.
We gotta get out of here. And I'm pulling up my pants, and all of a sudden I just hear,
Oh no!
yeah, tell me you love me, baby. I'm like, oh. And I just like run out of the bathroom, like, waving my hands. And I run by the manager, and he was like, what was that about? What the fuck are you doing, man? I'm like, there's some guy jacking off in the bathroom. I don't know if he's beating his meat in there. I can hear that. Like, I can hear him going to.
Yeah.
And I'm like in front of everybody. It's an open floor. It's like a bunch of cubicles.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
looking at me. I'm like, that shit's nasty. You don't jack off in a man's bathroom while another guy's taking a shit next to you. That's just wrong. And he goes in there. He's like, oh my God, there's nobody in there now. I'm like, oh no, are you serious? I was like, can you like tell me what it looks like? I'm like, he has black shoes. That's all I wanted to see. I left. That's it. Like, man was.
Well, he probably booked out of there as soon as he found out someone else.
I don't
Yeah.
think. Well, you screamed when he walked out.
Oh my God. Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Okay, so he knew you were in there.
Yeah,
at that point.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh
So
my
then,
God.
so then, in his mind, he has to now play this off.
Yeah. I pretty
Did
much
they ever
said,
catch the guy?
I don't think
The
so.
mystery fapper. No.
No.
He lives large.
He lives large. It was
Were you able to
It's
see
crazy.
if he lived large?
I don't know, man. It doesn't sound like he was living large. He was jerking off to cam girls or something. I don't know, man. That's fucked up. But I ran out looking like Quagmire, you know, with his little wavy hands. It was great.
Oh man. All right. Jameson, what do we got?
Okay.
You got another
So
story?
this is a pretty short one, but like, I don't know, it was kind of funny. So this one we were living back at our old house, and so, do you remember where the computer was?
Yes.
Kind of in the kitchen.
Yep.
Kind of, and so this was at nighttime. Mom was making dinner, and my dad was on the computer, as he normally is, and I really wanted to go onto the computer, and I don't. No, and I don't really know why. I just wanted to like. Sounds like you're waving a cack in my face.
Good.
Okay.
Don't be afraid of the microphone.
I really wanted to go into the computer. I think I wanted to play a game or something, and they wouldn't let me. And so I was just sitting on the floor, kind of between like the couch and the entrance of the kitchen.
Okay.
And so I was wearing a diaper. Like, this is how young this was.
Yeah, because
Or pull-ups.
when we lived in our original house, Jameson was 17, and no, I'm just joking. He was like 3. He was like 2 or 3 when we were living in our old house. So
No. Well, okay. I was probably like 5 or 6.
okay.
But so I was like, okay, if you guys don't let me go on the computer, I'm gonna poop myself.
What kind of
know
threat?
I don't know why. And they
He's
kept,
a suicide pooper.
they kept saying no. So I just sat there and I squeezed so hard, and I pooped.
Pop a blood vessel, like Stewie.
and so I started crying, and I was because I kept telling them to change me, and they wouldn't do it. So they just had me sitting there for like 10 minutes in my own poop.
Oh my God.
And I was crying. 'cause
that plan definitely backfired on
it
you.
didn't work very well. I kept telling them to change me, and they wouldn't do it. And so, yeah, that was not. Well, actually, I kind of got back at them because they had to clean it up.
Yeah, eventually they had to go back.
So, yeah, that sucked.
That's pretty funny.
Damn.
All right, you got another one?
Oh, I got plenty.
Go ahead.
I've got one more.
All right, so
So-
we'll go back
Okay.
back to Ashton here.
So I'll give a couple then, so that way, since you have one more.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean
Space
we're
out.
only 23 minutes into the show.
Oh, don't. I could go on for hours.
Okay.
Don't worry, guys. I got us on time. So I guess I'll start with another one of my dad's stories.
Oh no.
This one gets even worse.
Okay.
It's a lot more graphic. I apologize for the audience.
Viewer discretion is actually that should have
well,
been played
yep.
long ago.
So, as you know, my dad has no shame, like at all.
Sticky chain.
No, nothing. And so we're all watching Pet Cemetery. My uncle's over again. You know, it's a Saturday night. Saturday night is usually when my aunt and uncle would come over. And
This is related to your mom.
yes.
Okay.
Would be our Saturday night, you know, family hangout, whatever. Watch movies or something. So they're watching Pet Cemetery, which is, you know,
Stephen King movie.
yeah, Stephen King movie.
Mhm.
And my dad is like, oh man, I really got to go take a shit. And like, he's been farting all night, and they've been begging him to go take a shit because, you know, when you fart and you can like tell that
No,
you have
it's
something
yeah,
right
it's,
there.
it's usually like when you have 1 to 2 farts. It's like popcorn. If your popcorn is the duration, if your farts are in the duration of 1 to 2 seconds, back to back to back. That's when you need to go poop. Like, those are warning signs. I don't know, man. Figure it out, man. Oh no, it's not that one. It's this one.
No, the side.
It's this little one.
The
Anyway,
right-
continue.
right
Keep
side.
talking. Keep
So-
talking.
Basically, he keeps farting, and they sound wet. Like,
Oh.
Like juicy.
like, it's pretty gnarly. Like,
Splash zone. Is there a
Like-
splash zone?
I mean, hopefully not when what they're seeing.
so basically, he ends up finally going to the bathroom, and he starts going, and of course he leaves the door open, and you can hear it like very clearly, and it's on the other side of the house. And this is a 3-bedroom,
Oh my god.
2-bath, and he decided to use the guest
One
bath.
story bed house.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And my mom doesn't let him use the master bath for shitting.
Gee, I
As
wonder
a
why.
wise woman, she is.
Yes, he's not allowed. And we can hear him, and we're like, "Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Close the fucking door!" And he's just laughing, and he's laughing so hard that he's like shitting at the same time.
Yeah, I was about to
So
ask.
it's going along with his laugh. It's like,
Like he's beatboxing.
yeah, dude, it's like he's throwing down bars with his anus, and he flushes and washes his hands, and he doesn't come back right away, and we're like,
Uh-oh.
my mom's like, Chad, what are you doing? Hurry the fuck up, the movie's paused. We're waiting on you. And comes back and he's like, oh my god, guys, look at this. And he has his old underwear. And it's just
No.
caked in shit.
Why would he keep that? That's the nasty
And he's like
shit.
holding it up like it's a fucking
Like it's
trophy.
the lion, like in the Lion
And
King
it's
where
like,
he's holding up
we
the,
can
the
see-
Is it Lion King style where he's holding it like this, or is it Revenge of the Nerd style when he's holding it like?
Oh no,
The
he
Lion
has it
King
like
is
the
like
palm
that.
of his hand, but he's holding it out like
Oh
like a
no!
horse
So
user.
it's on his palm.
Yes.
Oh no!
And you could see like what he'd been eating. Like that's how
Oh, so you
Like-
had
oh, there's
corn.
the leftover casserole.
there was
Yeah.
like
there.
sunflower seeds in it. It was very seedy.
That's so nasty.
When did you have
And
corn?
there, oh my god, you got in so much fucking trouble for that. It was fucking disgusting. My mom maybe didn't throw them away because she wasn't gonna wash them.
Yeah, I would not.
Yeah.
It's like throw them away
Biohazard.
outside. Like,
Outside, you get to walk
You
to
go
the end
dig
of the
them in a
driveway.
hole.
and he goes throw them away, and she's like, "No, back it up first. What the fuck is wrong with you? Go wash your fucking hands." All right, and he comes back inside.
Starts slapping his hands in the popcorn.
Comes back inside, and if anybody who's watched The Princess Bride would appreciate this. He goes, so does anybody want any popcorn? And
Not from you.
like, oh my god, no, nothing. I don't want
Just stirring his hand in there.
It was fucking gross.
That is pretty funny. All right,
No.
you got one more?
And I got another one.
Okay.
I've actually got two more. now that I think
Okay.
about it. I've got
Okay.
two
We'll
more.
just give two and then we'll go back to you.
And okay, so I have another one. Whew, it's tough to decide between them. Okay, I'll choose one when I was sick. When I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
Never trust a fart when you're sick.
No.
Never trust the beginning of that in front of a story.
Um, just if you're sick, don't trust your.
Oh
your
yeah, I've
farts.
been there.
Like,
I've been there.
I've even been there recently.
Oh no!
That's hot.
Maybe I'll get to that one later tonight.
I'm sure it was hot. It's just steaming.
Yes. So I ended up shooting my pants
But
like a lot.
Uh,
I was
okay.
playing video games with my brother on my bed, and then
oh, so you shit on the bed,
he
you
farted.
nasty.
he farted, and my brother and I would always have farting contests.
Yes, the family pastime
And,
at the Stom household.
He let out this one that was like fucking pretty good. Like it was
Pretty
got
good?
about
A tear came to my eye of how proud I was of my own
it
brother.
was about a 2.5 second hang time. It was
It's a punt return.
It was pretty good. It was sticking around for a little while. And it was loud. And I was like,
Did you
all
taste
right.
it? In your mouth?
I went against it, and I was. There was 2 phases to it.
Oh no.
God.
Mine was about 3 seconds. It was slightly longer.
Uh-huh.
It had a little bit more of a punch to it, though.
A little, yeah, through
so-
your anus.
So through half of it, it's a normal fart. It's like, and then I went,
You can almost picture your asshole throwing up into your shorts.
yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Like, my ass was letting out a burp, and then it was like, oh, and just like vomited in my underwear, and my brother was like, oh, did you just poop yourself? And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, don't tell mom. And I just like grab some, like, I go clean myself up, and I grab some toilet paper and wipe out the underwear really quick.
No,
And I just like fold it up and throw it in the dishwasher.
I would've just
Or
gave
not
you
the dishwasher.
Your mom pulls it out. What the fuck is this?
Chad, what did you do?
Yeah, just blame your dad. Not the dishwasher, the washing machine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
sorry. And
My god.
and I'm like, okay, all right, that was terrible. And
Here's a nice thin
I start
napkin.
poke holes and my fingers will touch it. Yeah. So this continues. He farts again. I'm like, all right, I'll play it safe. And you know how you like kind of wiggle fart a little bit, like you're trying to
Trying to squeeze one out.
The twerk fart.
Yeah, like you're trying to push the air through past the shit. So I try that, and this one's a little shorter, and it just goes. I'm like,
Like
God damn it!
No, when like no, and like the spray paint
Yeah,
can's
it's like
about
a
to
little
run out.
spritz.
It's like
and I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. So I rinse and repeat. Literally, I pretty much had to bidet myself.
just go out and grab the water hose.
Yeah, dude, I wet toilet paper and I just like squeezed it on the lower back and just let the water drip down.
Oh my god.
Clean myself
Why didn't
out.
you just go in the shower?
Because I didn't. I was.
Because that was
5
too
or 6.
smart of an idea.
I was like 6 at the time,
Oh.
and come back and he's like laughing his ass off. I'm sure he doesn't remember this because he's so young, but
Did you just poop?
and so at this point, like, we're playing Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube,
Oh yeah.
and he keeps playing like hella cheap, doing the same move,
Oh, that's what I was doing.
and I'm like getting really fucking mad.
Say just shit
And-
yourself.
Yeah, so you were like, you do this or I'm sitting down here and I'm going to shit my pants until you change me.
And what ended up happening was like we start fucking with each other to try and like make each other mess up with the controller, and like
Just shit on the controller.
he's pushing me and like punching me, and I do the same back, and then he farts on me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? All right, and I lean over and like fucking with all my might.
Shit on your brother?
All my might. I'm not on him or anything. I just aim at him. And
like a fucking skunk.
Oh, no.
He looks at me and like his eyes get really wide as I'm leaning over. He's like, "Oh no!" And it's just it was a fucking big one, and he's just like, "Oh my god!" It's like, I saw your underwear move. I'm like, oh no. Why did I do that?
What have I
I go to the
done?
drawer.
Start seeing the ass
I
juice
go to
coming
the
out.
drawer and there's no underwear left.
What?
And my mom finds out and she's like,
You shit a hole in your underwear?
No,
there were none left.
There was no more underwear left.
Oh, you kept changing underwear.
Yes, this
Well,
is-
Got
why
it.
do you wear the same?
I didn't know if he was cleaning the underwear out and then putting it back on.
No.
You said you were 6. I don't know what your thought process was. You didn't take a shower when you shit
Yeah, you
yourself.
shat on your brother.
And so I gone through 3 pairs of underwear within the span of 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
And my mom finds out, she's pissed. Obviously.
Ah.
And she makes me throw on shorts. She's like, if you shit yourself, I'm going to be so fucking mad.
You're gonna wish all you're doing was shit yourself.
I will make you regret it. I'm like, all right. And like, I'm in the middle of a match. And I'm like, okay, I'll just like wiggle a little bit and I'll just like try and finagle my way out of this. Like, let's get some relief while I'm waiting. And I get some air out. It's like, and I'm like, okay, all right, we're doing good. I'm doing this right. I can tell I haven't shit myself.
Yeah.
And then like, my brother's still right next to me. He's just watching me play now.
Wait,
And
so
then-
is there any shit on the bed?
No.
You've shat on the bed 3 times and there's none on the bed.
Yes.
Wow.
It wasn't that much each time.
Just a little poop.
But this next time,
Just little rocks
What?
coming out.
this next time it came a little close.
Oh no.
I'm wearing shorts, like basketball shorts.
Yeah, so if they're going through if it goes too
Well,
far.
they were thick enough, but they would slide.
Yeah, it would like
Yeah,
just
you will.
drip down his legs.
I'll get to that.
Oh my
Um,
god.
So, I don't know what happened. Like, out of nowhere. Like, I just moved a little bit. I didn't push or anything. I just went. I'm like, oh no. Mom's gonna kill me. And Nathan just starts. He just loses his shit.
Like
He's
you lost yours.
You're losing your shit.
Oh no.
It gets worse. That little asshole is like, Mom,
Oh no.
Ashton pooped his pants again. My mom comes in, she's fucking pissed. And Nathan's just laughing his ass off so much that it's like
He starts shitting
My
Yeah,
himself.
you should spell.
my mom starts laughing because of how much Nathan's laughing. Nathan laughs. Nathan has a weird laugh. It's like a trademark laugh. He's like, and it's just like, oh my god, dude, your laugh is fucking. And I start laughing and shitting myself at the same time.
So just pulling what your dad was doing.
Yeah.
So your dad was like, I taught that kid right.
He's in the bathroom just giving a thumbs up. My son made me proud today.
And
That's my boy.
You go, son. Proud of you.
And,
Give him
Ash.
hell.
at this point, I got like a lot of shit, and
take
then I
him to
stopped
church.
laughing, and my mom's like, "Get the fuck in the shower." Right now." And like,
Go
I
sit
just-
on the
I'm
sprinkler
just
for a while.
rinsing out my ass, and it's just like shit going
Oh
into the
no.
drain.
I would have just
And I
had
get
you
out,
sit on
she's
the
like-
sprinkler.
Guess what? You're out of underwear. You're out of shorts. I could do laundry. And even when I'm done, you're not gonna put on more underwear. I'm like, what?
You shit on your bed?
I was like, what do you mean? She's like, here you go. She threw a fucking diaper at me. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, put it on. I'm like, do it or you're grounded. All right. So I had to put it on. I went through 2 more of those.
Oh my god.
Eventually, I mellowed out.
Eventually.
Why were you pooping
So,
so much?
I was sick.
Oh,
So by the end of the
apparently.
night, I could wear underwear again.
Oh wow.
I got it all out.
Wow. You know you could there's a magical room where you can do this activity
The throne.
where it's made out of porcelain,
I was
designed
in the
for
middle
this
of a game.
activity. What?
I was in the middle of playing.
You
a
could have
game.
paused it. You were playing Super Smash Bros. On a GameCube. You could have paused it.
Well, I didn't want him to cheat.
Oh my god.
You could.
All right, Jamison.
Okay, I actually have 3 more because I thought of another one.
Okay, well, give me one of them.
Well, I can give 2 because one's really
Okay.
one's really fast.
Hurry up.
Go ahead.
So this was in 7th grade, and okay, so I didn't poop, but like,
oh
okay, so I was sitting in English, and we all had to like read our books. And, oh no, this was 8th grade actually, and my pencil fell off the desk, And so I didn't have to fart or anything. I leaned over to grab my pencil. Like I farted so loud, the whole class heard it. And I just played off like nothing happened. And I hear my
Because that's what you do.
Well,
If it happens, you just go into it, because then everyone singles you out. They're like, oh, this guy, he's the one that did it.
Well, because I hear my friend in the very back of the class start whispering my name, and I just ignored him. I'm like, no. And I felt bad for the person next to me
Oh, no.
because he's a very quiet person.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, because she was a nice girl.
Well, he was a very nice person, but he was also very, very quiet.
Okay.
So,
Until then, when he was like, what the fuck, Jamison?
but yeah, I felt very bad.
Okay.
And so this next one, so mom had ordered pizza. This was at the old house.
Okay.
And so,
Sorry.
Okay, I'm not even gonna like try and be embarrassed about this because it was.
It can't be any more than shitting multiple times.
That's true. But okay,
If you do it once, you're still not as bad as what he just said.
But whenever I'd get done pooping, I'd yell, "I'm done."
Yes, you
Oh,
did. Yes,
that's
you
what my
did.
brothers did.
Yes, he did.
I'm
done.
Dude, that's exactly what my brothers
Honestly,
So
I would
that's-
have made a T-shirt of it if I was as. Yeah, go ahead.
so that my dad can come wipe me.
did. Dude, my brothers did the same thing.
No,
That's so weird.
I'd put my hands on the toilet and I would just bend over and he'd just
Yep.
he'd just wipe me. Totally did it. And so no one was coming. And so I walk out of the bathroom and the pizza delivery guy is standing at the front door. I don't even have pants or underwear on. And
Dude,
so,
this is so weird of a story. Go, keep going. I got a story now.
And so mom is just dealing with the guy, and then dad runs at me. He's like, "Get the fuck out of the bathroom!" And the guy just looks at me. He's like,
I didn't. He's a teenage kid that was not on the job requirements of seeing a naked child.
I didn't even care. I'm just like, no one came to the bathroom.
This is on you guys.
And so okay. I have one more, but
Okay,
I can wait.
that's so weird that you say that you did that, because there was one time when this was when I was living in Idaho, so I'm like maybe
Yes, you
like
are.
3 or 4 years old,
Yes, you
and so as I'm like, I think I was going to the bathroom.
You think?
And then I don't remember it because it was when I was 3 or 4, Jamison. And then I did the same thing. I walked out, and there was like a door-to-door, like old ladies were standing at the door, and I'm just like
Jesus.
buck-ass naked standing, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like my mom, because my mom was standing, and I walked between her legs, and I was like, "Hey," and my mom was like, "Oh my god," and like picked me up and took me back into the house, and then and said, "Like I gotta go," and then closed the door. That's all I remember. I do remember that though. Anyway, go ahead.
that's great.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
All right, I'll do my last. I'll do my last one when you're done.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, how much time we got? About 17
We're at
43
42 minutes.
Okay, so I'll blaze through a couple then.
Well, I don't want to be last. Like you can be last.
You want me to be last?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay, I'll just do one, and then
Okay.
you can go.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll do a fart story real quick. I was a douchebag.
Yes. No, you are a douchebag.
So yeah.
Douchebag.
So like in elementary school, we used to do this standardized test called the WASL,
Okay. Yep.
and
Which is the Washington. Wait, was it Washington Academic something learning service learning? It's like
Yeah.
it's a standard test.
it's a stupid state test.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting next to like a couple of people. I'm like in the front row, and I'm sitting next to this girl. I drop my pencil and lean over, and I'm like, "Oh, I got a fart." So I thought it was gonna be small. It was big. It was real
you gotta
big.
go boom boom.
It sounded like a fucking rocket just lifted off.
It's not like thunder.
Like, like it just fucking kept getting louder, and then it stopped. And it was like
It's like the scene
it
from
was
Step
long.
Brothers at the job
like-
interview.
it was like a full 2 seconds of
Oh my
just
God.
fart, and I'm like, oh shit, and it gets really like quiet because we're just starting.
Yeah.
So people are still
And
kinda,
everyone's
chattering.
you're not supposed to talk during this test. This is like a serious test.
Yes.
Like the state test.
Yes.
This is for what 6th graders take before.
And I just like look over. I'm like, ew, Mackenzie.
Oh
She
no.
goes, it wasn't me. I'm like, well, it sounded like it. And I was in like 5th grade.
Oh my
You
god.
bastard.
Oh my god, it was great. And then
Oh.
in like high school, in like Miss King's class.
Wow, you just dropped that name. Okay. Good.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. She's a cunt.
This very true.
She is. She picked out me and Riley and just hated on us the whole entire time.
She usually, I think she does that for every specific. That's a different topic. We'll go into it. Anyway.
Yes.
So you're in the science class.
So I was always fucking around, and I was playing Battle Farts with somebody in another row.
Did you win?
Yes.
Too well.
No, not. I didn't shit myself. I didn't.
That's winning.
That's the
However,
automatic
it
victory.
did end up stopping because like we'd do it basically whenever she'd be like, whenever the teacher was out of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then she came in, and then the other guy I was playing it with just let out this fucking gnarly one as she was opening the door, and she was just like, whoever did that can go out in the hall right now. And I was just like, oh no. And he just looked back at me like, oh no. and then she went on this rant for like 10 minutes about how rude that was.
That
was
sounds
just-
about her.
Yeah.
Everybody was like looking back at me. I'm like, you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're waiting for someone to say something.
Yeah, and I was just like, nope. No. How rude.
The
The audacity.
yeah. Oh man. Okay. What about you, Jameson? What's your last one?
Okay. I know I keep doing this, but I have two more, but they're both like super quick.
Okay, just
Well,
tell both of them because
one-
we're at
one is
46
super
minutes.
quick, but the other one's a little bit lengthy. So I was in 2nd grade, and I had to shit so bad. But normally, I was one of those kids that would just want to go to the bathroom just to get out of the class. And we were doing something that was really boring. I think we were doing like a spelling test or something. But like I was squirming in my desk, and I like actually had to go to the bathroom. And she would not let me because we had like 20 minutes until we had recess or whatever. And so I was finally able to get out. And the second I walked into the stall, I shit my pants.
Oh my God.
And I just stood there. I'm like, oh,
Oh
so
no!
I walked up to her while she was still in the classroom talking to a student, and she looked at me. I'm like, I pooped my pants, and she's like, oh my God. And she like sped walked me to the office, and I got a change of clothes, and then, what happened to those? I don't even know.
They lit them on fire.
But- And my other one, so this happened a few months ago, and my friend Josh was in English, and he ripped the loudest fart ever, and everyone just started dying, and I think the teacher ended up sending him out, and oh my gosh, oh, and the same. Okay, so I think in 5th grade or 4th grade, Josh. Okay, so like the teacher was talking, and he's like, "Wait, hold on a second,"
Oh no!
and then everyone just starts dying, and she's like, "Josh, go step outside," and he's like, "Okay," and he's like laughing, and so he cries when he starts laughing really hard, so he's like crying and laughing when he's walking out of the classroom. It was the best thing ever.
Oh man!
Oh my gosh.
All right, Ashton, we got 10 minutes left, or we got 12 minutes left, but you got 10 minutes left.
You got it.
Send us out of the
get
show.
A couple stories in real quick. So there was one while I was sick again.
Oh, no.
When are you
about-
not sick?
And when does it not involve your bowels?
Hey, fuck you guys, all right? So I was like 8. Or no, I think it was 7. And I was sitting on the toilet.
Sitting on toilet. Sitting on toilet.
And my parents can like hear me. I had the door.
Because you got the door open.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
You know, it's weird. Both of my brothers did that. I
No,
never-
Did they wipe your brother's asses?
Yes.
Okay. See, I think it's just how old are they?
How old were they?
Yeah.
One of them was 5.
That's
the
about-
other
yeah.
one was like,
No. But like, how old are they to you now?
Oh, one of them is 19 or 20. The other one is like 16.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's his generation
Yeah.
because he's 16. All right. Yeah. Maybe it was just like that mental. Anyway, go ahead.
So I'm sitting there and I'm trying to poop, and you know it's just all gas. And my parents can hear me in the kitchen. I can hear them talking. Like my mom was like, "What the fuck was that?" And my dad was just like, "I don't know." And then I just like,
That's my boy in there.
and then I was like, "Oh, okay, all right." And I was like, "Let's see if they know what it is this time." And I just go, and they're like, "Oh my god!" My dad just starts busting out laughing, and then like they come and just talk to me while I'm taking a shit, like for 10 minutes. They're just like laughing while, like, "You got any more in there?" I'm like, "I sure do." And they just, it was like a show to them. Like I was just fucking.
The entertainment in your household is
Yeah,
a lot different than the one that was in mine.
very interesting.
All right, go ahead.
So I guess another one that I have. Let me think. Oh, yeah. So I guess in my uncle's old house, same uncle, I had Panda Express,
Oh no.
and then later that night, we went and got Chipotle.
Oh,
You have a storm. That's like Katrina, like moving around in your bowels right now.
So here's the thing: I didn't have a whole lot of I didn't have diarrhea or anything.
That's shocking.
My stomach is very strong.
no,
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's become that.
Your
over the years.
sphincter isn't.
Like I'll let out gas, but like I hardly ever have diarrhea now.
Okay.
My stomach is attuned to my diet.
Okay.
And I just fucking drop a huge one in there. It's like
Dropping
poking
a
up
brick.
out of the water to smile at me. Flush it down,
Pet it.
whatever. I fling the door open, and we're playing pool. So picture like a square room with a pool table in it,
Okay.
and then off to the side there's like a bathroom, like a little
Yeah.
bathroom with just a sink in it, very small. Swing it open, and then all of a sudden they just look over like, oh my god, what the fuck died in there? We end up leaving that room because it was like, terrible. 20 minutes later,
You party pooper.
one of them
This guy.
one of them goes back in and tests the waters. They go in, take one breath. Nope. Nope. So we stayed out there for the rest of the night.
Oh my.
Draw straws, see who goes.
Then
in
I
to
have
see
this
it's
other
good.
story that
Well,
was.
hold on. I got something that was kind of related to that.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we were on a mission trip in Poland.
Oh my
and,
god.
and in Europe, energy drinks are ridiculously way over the ounce limit. So for us, 24 ounces to maybe like it's 16 to maybe 32 is about the max of energy
Yes.
drink that we get. Over there, you can get a 64-ounce can.
Holy shit.
And it's a bullet and a half. And so Binky, my youth pastor, I really threw him out. My youth pastor at the time, awesome guy, very creative mind. And he so he sees that he's really into Monster, like in Rockstar. And so he's like, "Oh man, yeah." So he sees this and it's like blowing his mind. He's like, "I have to buy this." So he buys it and he drinks it all in one day.
That's
in
terrible.
one day. And then evening passes and we're sitting in the hallway and I'm talking to some of my friends, and then all of a sudden I see Binky walk out and he's like, Oh my god! Like he walked out of his room and like stood in the hallway and did one of these maneuvers, like put his hand on the wall and was like, because in my mind I'm like, dude, there's something winking on him right now. Like, because you ever had one of those bad poos and like you're standing there, you're standing up and you're like, something's destroyed down there, and so he's like, I don't feel good. And so he was in the bathroom. Like, we had got there after he had been there, and he was in the bathroom like probably 30 minutes to 40 minutes after we were there. And he leaves and he goes and lays down on his bed. And I was like, man, what happened? So I walked down there, and they have this like kind of cove, because it's kind of like a university of how they have their rooms. So every room has like kind of like a hotel, but in his section it's kind of cut out, and there's more rooms, but they're kind of like special rooms for like more people to stay in. And so when I walk into that square, which consists of like maybe 5 rooms, immediately you smell it, and it is so bad. Like, everyone in that little wing had to walk out, and they couldn't go back in there because it was so bad. And oh my gosh, one of the things that gets me is smells, and I was gagging the whole time. And
Wait, who? I think you said it was Kai.
Kai wasn't on that trip.
No. Someone ate a giant amount of nasty food. Like, it was something big, and they just destroyed.
Or
was it Rob?
Matthew Moore did that. No relation, but he ate a mound of garlic from garlic fries at Safeco Field.
Okay, that's not.
And he was his mom was so pissed at her youth pastor, and she was it was fun. That was another story. But anyway, go ahead. You got one last story to tell. You got
Perfect. I have
4
perfect
minutes.
one. So
Wait,
this
did
one,
you finish yours?
Yeah,
Yes,
he
yes.
finished it.
Okay.
We got time. Go.
All right. So this story was actually told to me by an ex-coworker of mine, super hot nurse. I won't give names though. So she and her boyfriend had this roommate at the time, and both bathrooms were taken up.
Okay.
They were not going to be getting out of there anytime soon. She needed to take a shit
real
bad. Like, she was doing a dance, like dancing around, trying
The boogie.
banging on both the doors. Nothing. She ends up like looking around for something to like shit in, and out on the balcony she spots the cat box.
Oh my god.
I shit you not, she fucking leaned over, squatted over that litter box, and she said it was like soft serve. And she was squatting over it, so like there's some distance, right? It'll drop down there.
Wait, so she's like mounted over the top of it?
Yes.
Oh no.
And she claims that she shot so much that it came up and touched her ass while she was shitting.
Oh no.
And she, like, as she was doing it, her cat was just eyeing the hell out of her. Like,
what are you doing?
like, he looked
mine.
He looked so mad. And like,
I don't even do that over there.
and
Funny if he just ran and attacked her.
she had to like keep cranking herself up so that way she could like keep going because my god. And then like she finally finishes like nothing to wipe with. I mean, unless you want to like shovel litter in your ass.
Does she just take like baby powder and she just pops it back up like
So
tries to
she was
soak it
finally
up?
able to get into one of the bathrooms, and the boyfriend sees that, and he's like, "That couldn't have come from the cat." And she was just like, "I am so sorry. You guys were taking way too long in there. I told you I had to go."
Oh my god.
The cat actually ended up not going in that litter box ever again. They had to get a new one.
That is
Wow.
hilarious.
And she
It
has-
scarred him for life.
She didn't get sex for about another month. She
Oh
said.
wow.
That turned her boyfriend off.
Oof, that is hilarious. All right, well, I can't believe it, but we talked about shit for an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have the balls to do it, comment section is open for you guys to go ahead. If you're watching on the YouTube version, go ahead and Comment your poop stories.
Tell us which one you
I'm
like the most.
curious to see, yeah, and what your favorite one was of the whole thing. This is also an audio. There are audio versions of this podcast. For those that don't know, it is available on iTunes for Apple users and available on Podbean for Android users. Thank you, Ashton. Where can we follow you at on social media?
Ashton_Stom on Twitter.
All right, and I am at Ryan A. Moore on all social media. Jamison, where can we follow you at?
Behind me.
Okay.
Using the same one. All right. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
I gotta take a shit.
Oh, God.
Open your mouth. Shit in your mouth.
Hey guys, it's Ryan again. Thanks so much for checking out PT3600. If you guys want to listen to the full official song of PT3600, it's Every Night by Between Giants featuring Violet Heart. Between Giants is a good buddy of mine, Tyler Burkage, and he is amazing. You can listen to him on SoundCloud and Spotify right now. He's got tons of other great tracks for you to listen to over there. For YouTube listeners, links are provided in the description below. Thanks once again to Between Giants.